Oh, good.
All right, welcome back to the Hero Panel Podcast. I am Eli.
It's Caleb, the comic book Viking.
And today we are bringing our special guest, Jon Medici, here. He is the writer behind the brand new graphic novel, Earic. Jon, how you doing?
I'm wonderful. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Absolutely, man. We've been wanting to talk to you for a while and finally got a chance to sit down with you and talk about this book. We got a chance to read it recently.
Yes.
It's a phenomenal story.
Thank you so much.
Your world building in this, we're going to talk a little bit about it, but right off the bat, this story has some really awesome lore in it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Okay. Would you like to ask the first question?
Yeah.
Creating graphic novels,
Yeah.
effort. Yeah.
David Ward. Okay.
Got it.
So really, creating a graphic novel is such a collaborative effort. Like, you have to work with the artist in such close proximity to bring this vision to life. What was it like working with David Ward? What are some of the kind of like struggles or challenges that you guys faced? How'd you work through it?
Yeah, first off, David's totally awesome. Exactly what you just said. Everything is a huge collaboration. So I would say maybe even one step before getting to David, since this is my first project ever, I actually didn't write a conventional script in the sense that like what you would see like from a Marvel writer or something like that.
Yeah.
I needed to be able to visualize it on the page, so I took an Excel spreadsheet and I made a 6-panel, 120-page thing, and then I went in and combined all like the panels that I wanted and and then I made a PowerPoint with reference images like as
for each one of those.
Yeah, so
wow.
There is a script also, but it's like that Excel spreadsheet because I had never done it before, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Let's figure it out as I go. What does it look like?
I'm curious to know if any other writers have worked into that sort of that way to start off with.
One day, when we have more ability, I'll show the actual Excel spreadsheet and the panels from the book.
Yeah,
and you'll be able to see exactly like David. He pulled through huge.
So there wasn't the crazy whiteboard from
Always Sunny, where you're like the murder board,
where Charlie's pointing at the whiteboard, like, see over here.
Kind of in my head, it was like that, but to organize it for the rest of the world or for David in this,
it was a bit more structured.
I was like, all right, how's this going to work for me? Let me do it. Excel spreadsheet, perfect.
Yeah.
So
did you know David previously, or
no?
Was that...
So pen to paper went to in 2012, and back then. The internet was just a lot different. So I actually found him on Craigslist, of all places.
Wow.
And we started the art in 2015, 16. But we only got through about 30 pages, which would be what's in this first little test printing.
Right on.
Then I graduated. He had some stuff going on in his life, and we kind of both agreed that
take a pause
for a little bit.
Sure.
And if anybody knows or are interested in creating a comic, like, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Can you show us the cover?
Yeah. So this is
up close there.
This is the B cover, Ivan Tao.
Oh, nice.
And this is the A cover.
That A cover is so pretty.
Yeah. So you can get either option you want.
Look gorgeous.
These are just test prints, so it might not look exactly like this, but this is, in terms of the trade dress, but this is what we were tinkering with.
Pretty close to getting locked in there.
Pretty close, yeah. I think we're like 90% there, 99% there, to be honest. Like, it's again, since this is like new to me.
Sure.
I want to like make sure I'm doing everything right, so it's like we're gonna do another test print. We're gonna
do another test print.
We're gonna do another. So the other like behind the scenes things, and we'll get back to David in a second, was I lettered the book because of the expense of it, and I just am a poor human, unfortunately. So the first test, there's previous first test printing, where the lettering wasn't quite done well. So I will own that as it being terrible. But I iterated. I reached out to letterers, learned how to do it, and hopefully it's a lot better now.
Sure.
So that's part of the printing process. But to circle back to David, he was awesome. Initially, we did kind of like he would send me pencil sketches and I'd do approvals. But once we got rolling,
you knew what he was going to bring. He knew what you wanted. The collaboration became more smooth.
Yeah, and also you're also reusing a lot of sets.
Sure.
So it's like we didn't have to like
back there.
Yeah, we didn't have to like have until we're out like maybe later in the book when we're in kind of new locations. Then he would throw me some stuff and say, "What do you think on this? What do you think on that?" Wow. But for the most part, we kind of found some harmony.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's so much fun when you get to that stage of the creative process. You're gelling with everybody, you're working together, and you're making something really, really cool.
Yeah, something just clicked, right?
Yeah. Well, so also in these ventures, like, you have to understand they really are a collaboration.
Yeah.
So exactly like this is what it's going to look like. Go change it. It's not the way you want to do it.
No.
So like once he kind of found like the way the universe looked in his head.
Yeah.
Like like I was like, oh man, that's as better than what I thought. Or
That's such a
equally good.
great thing about collaboration with other artists. You end up finding things in your own story, in your own
100%.
world that you didn't even think of that they bring to life and they bring to the table. It's great.
And sorry, the other really cool part about that is when you're actually lettering the book yourself, when the art comes through slightly different than what you envisioned, you can actually alter what's being said to fit the art.
Oh yeah.
So it becomes like kind of a best of both worlds type of thing, and you iterate and everything gets better, hopefully.
Yeah.
This is my perspective.
Hopefully.
When you guys read it and you're like, this is the worst book I've ever seen. I'll be like, I
we're not even put that out in the ether.
Well, so actually, what was the inspiration behind Earic, and what made you decide to go down this long
Arduous road.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's like multiple questions in there, like
Why did you do this to yourself?
Yeah. Why did you punish yourself? So it's like, have you seen? No.
It's amazing anything gets completed in this day and age.
Yeah.
I mean, putting together an entire graphic novel is a feat in and of itself.
Yes,
so
thank you.
no matter what, congratulations on doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, talk to us about the inspiration behind this.
So there's kind of two questions there. Like inspiration to do a comic book. I just kind of always wanted to do something like that.
Sure.
The origin of this universe and the story kind of starts a long time ago. Like even when I was a kid, I was going to the IMAX and like aquariums on the East Coast and stuff. When IMAX wasn't where you saw Marvel movies,
No.
where you saw like
nature documentaries.
Yeah,
Yep,
exactly.
I remember like the big in the observatory they had the IMAX screen. Yeah.
It was like 3 rotating. It was like space, like volcanoes,
volcano, and like the
oceanography.
ocean.
Yeah,
And someone was like, "We should watch a movie." Actually, on
Yeah.
this.
I was there when they were playing Attack of the Clones in an IMAX, like a
Whoa.
dome IMAX like that. I didn't get to go see it, but I saw like they were
Dude.
advertising. I was like, oh, that would be so cool.
Dude,
Anyway.
that's legendary. Yeah, my first IMAX movie was Watchmen. And I will never forget that. Like I was like top row.
What
like,
is this?
Slightly like feeling like I'm gonna fall off a cliff, and I was like, I can't believe I'm watching a movie. But I think I was just like a science nerd at that point. Like honestly, like I was questioning things. I remember asking my mom in the car ride when I was like 5 or 6, like, what's a V6? Like I'd heard the term
rocket,
and the engine was like moving the car, but I didn't know. Like, how did it work? And then my mom didn't know, so I went home and drew it.
Yeah.
I was like, I knew there was pistons and stuff. So anyway, fast forwarding out to like undergrad, I went to UCLA, which was an awesome school, and they have a like ESS program, Earth and Space Science.
Yeah.
And I just started like questioning. Like I was just curious about the universe. Right?
Sure.
The first class I took was ESS, I think 101, which was like space weather.
Yeah.
So then that was kind of the origin of like creating a huge dynamic kind of
Sci-fi world.
Yeah, so the questions I posed myself was like, I know everyone wants, like, we're going to go to Mars, right? But even back then, that was the thing. Like, that's the next place we're going.
Of course.
But it's like, the human body has evolved in 1G. So getting there, yeah, we can get there. But setting up a colony, I was like, this is going to be massive problems for human beings. Anatomy. Like, think about the first like pregnancy and a baby growing like in a 0.3 G or whatever.
There's
it's going to be.
so many variables to everything.
Yeah.
To breathing, to
everything, right?
Every
so yeah,
possible thing.
like we're quietly sci-fi nerding right
Yes,
now.
yes.
In real time.
The physiology doesn't make sense.
Well, like back then, like in 2001, I was like, there's going to have to be a ring orbiting where you, if you're pregnant, you go up there in 1G. And you'll be there for the gestation period. And I was like thinking of solutions. Yeah. But even in like where we get back to kind of the world building that you mentioned, like Venus is actually 99% the size of Earth. So hypothetically, yes, it's a hellscape. It's like 3,000 degrees on the surface of pressure. You're gonna die instantaneously. But hypothetically, in the future, if there was a way to like terraform it, we'd want to go there versus Mars. Yeah. So there are some like creative ways in this book that I was hoping the science would really work out for. So Europa is an ice moon of Jupiter that has as much water ice as Earth has water, right? So, and Venus actually has an iron core just like Earth does, but it's solid. Yeah. It's no longer liquid, so there's no magnetic field. So we take Kuiper belt objects, which is, if you know the solar system, it's like Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Kuiper belt, Jupiter. And Jupiter is a giant, like...
Thank you for that, I forgot for a moment.
There's an asteroid belt there.
But like, if you use Jupiter as like a big anchor, like a gravitational anchor, you could actually hypothetically, take Kuiper belt objects and like orbit them in a figure 8 pattern around Mercury or Mars or Venus or whatever, and you speed them up or slow them down, and you can move them. So we move all the terrestrial planets into a ring, like with Earth, and then we start to terraform them. And the first step to terraforming Venus is to bring in the ice moon of Europa, the ice room of Jupiter, Europa, which is actually the same size as our moon, crazy enough. So it's covered with water ice and it's the same size
And
as our
just
moon.
dump it.
Well, you orbit it elliptically around Venus,
Mhm.
which stretches and squeezes the planet, liquefying the iron core, creating a magnetic field. And then as Europa's orbiting Venus elliptically, when it gets close, the gravity actually yanks the water off the planet, and Venus becomes a second Earth. There's more steps to it, but then we move Europa out to where Earth's moon is, and we get our seasons, exactly, because that's what creates our seasons as we orbit. So Venus becomes this second Earth. So anyway, that's where like there's all different parts of the universe. Like
So that was the starting point in like becoming inspired to write the book?
Just the idea of terraforming and where would humanity go.
And the second part was I was having surgeries at that time, and like Moore's law and technology progressing and stuff. I always thought that in like 50 or 100 years, like conventional medicine, like like a syringe injecting you with something, wouldn't be a thing anymore. The machines would just get so small.
You could just.
They would just go in and repair, or like if you have some kind of ailment, it'll just literally with claws cut it out and like dump it.
Yeah.
So this is the origin of the two divergent groups in this book, which are Gaddics who have modified their DNA to kind of become these 9 feet tall, 500 pound. Like
I like the
monsters.
Gaddics.
Yeah,
Honestly.
they're cool.
Yeah,
Just
so
ripping heads off.
that's how. So to jump forward, like nanidites can repair themselves from. So to kill one, you actually have to behead them. So right away you see a Gaddic, they're like, okay, I can pound you in the mush, and you'll just repair yourself. And in repairing yourself, like even though you or I would be a nanodite, and we'd have normal strength, in a fight, as you're repairing, you get strong.
Sure.
So if a Gaddic
see
does,
that.
yeah,
See that in the book,
So if a Gaddic doesn't end you really fast, you can actually get toe to toe with them.
Yeah.
And heal. So beheading them is kind of that process. So it was like thinking about those kind of things, like the evolution of humanity, terraforming, and then universe. To be honest, is not a story. So then it was like that's where
build the relationships, the characters, the growth, all of that.
100%. So that's why the book is called Earic and not like universe.
Yeah, space nerd.
space nerd.
Yeah.
You do get a lot of space nerd in here, so I will apologize in advance. But
it was no fault in my book.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
So can you tell the people how to follow along with
Yes.
Earic and where they can read it and what the timeline kind of looks like?
Give us the shout out here.
Yeah, so the shout out is the book is completely done. So it took 4.5 years of art, 124 page book.
Congrats.
Thank you very much. We're currently running a Kickstarter for it, Kickstarter campaign. So
Which will be in the link. You'll see it.
yeah, if you don't get the link, just go Earic, EARIC on Kickstarter. There ain't nothing called that. It'll come right up.
It'll be the first one.
It'll be the first thing, and
They can also find it on your Instagram page, right?
Instagram, so Jonathan Medici, Medici, and then the number 7.
Yep.
And there'll be updates there. We're doing giveaways too. We gave away some. These are Ivan Tal covers, so we gave away some little.
We love giveaways.
Yeah, giving away a 9/8 Something is Killing the Children foiled out slab. And then we're probably going to do another Ivan Tal giveaway in the next week or two.
Heck yeah, man.
And there's 30 days left on the Kickstarter.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we really appreciate you coming on and talking to us. This book is exciting.
Yeah.
And guys, stay tuned for more Earic updates, all right? Thank you, John.
Thank you, guys.